Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be working some more in my Dream Tiles junk journal. So this is the page I let finish last time and I didn't end up doing the back, and I want to do this page here now. Now I want to put some lace and things down on here, but I've already put this on so I can't sew directly on here. So I had an idea that if I cut a piece of the same paper, because I've got this little bit of leftover, then I could match it up a bit like matching wallpaper, and it would look like it was part of the paper that I have. So I'm just trying to work out where. I've cut this already, so if I match it up to there, that's going to open. I need to cut a little bit more off here. I'll just grab my ruler, which is always in the wrong place, but here it is. I've found it, because I really wanted to get these to match up. In fact, I'm going to take this out. That's a piece from the other side, so I've got a bit more control and it'll lay a bit flatter. Try it this way. Yep. So I'll just put this on here, and I'm just going to hand cut this. The reason that I'm doing this is so that I can sew the laces onto this piece and it will look like it's part of the same paper. Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. Might have to take a bit more off this end too. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to write top on here and put an arrow, so I know when I take it to the machine I need to sew the lace on here. Now I've cut a piece of this lace out and thought that I could lay this down on here and then have something up. Now I'm channeling Shabby Soul again today, because she is just wonderful, and I wanted to try this thing that she does where she has the lace hanging down and then something underneath the lace. I've never done that before. So I've cut a piece of this as well. I'm wondering how that would go up there. No, that's not looking very good at all. I want to put something up the top to hide the raggedy edge, or to, you know, enhance the raggedy edge that I've done. Maybe this piece. Actually, what about this piece? It's very soft and pretty. And maybe this piece again on top. Let's just have a look how that's going. That might be a bit too much. Okay, let's just try that one more time. Maybe this piece on top. No, that's just not going to work at all, that piece. But what I do have in my box here is, and I'll just grab it, this. I wondered if this would look all right. That's okay, it's not too bad. Maybe I need to take that away. Oh, okay, that's better. I do like that more. So I'm going to just put these on here. I'll take them to the sewing machine in a moment. For now, I'll just clip them on so I know what I want to do. And then on this page, I wanted to do a pocket. Now I've got this piece of doily that I've cut. Just see which is the front and which is the back. I think this is the front of this, and maybe that other piece I had before would look quite good down here to hide that raw edge of the bottom. That doesn't look too bad. And the same thing, I'm going to cut a piece of paper on this side again as a little thing to stick it onto. In fact, I might bring it up a bit further because I want to make this into a pocket, and I can make that part into the pocket. That might be a good idea. Just see how much up I can bring it. Probably to there. And I'll cut the sides around as well, of course. Now I just want to match this though. So I need to find the best part that's going to match. There, that seems to be quite good. That's going to match up with the thing up there. Probably don't have to match it up, but I really would like to try. and that's got to come down a little bit, and then along the bottom I'll chop this piece here. Okay, so I think I'll take this to the machine. I'll just cut it first actually. Oh, hang on, all the things now. Just cut this off so that it's quite good to work on this little pocket. And again, I'm going to mark it so I know which is the top and which is the bottom. So I think that that is pretty good with the match at the top, up a tiny bit. Maybe it's down a tiny, maybe it was the other side. I should have marked it before I moved it, shouldn't I? And then I would have known which is the top. No, it's definitely this way, and which is the bottom. Just looking at that. I used to be quite good at wallpapering when I was young and could get up a ladder. I wallpapered many a house because it was a fad in the 70s, of course, and I bought my first house when I was 18, which was in 1974, and I wallpapered every room. So there you go. I even tiled the kitchen and bathroom. Me and my then husband tiled the kitchen and bathroom and did everything else for it. So there you go. That's a bit of trivia for you. And I'll tell you, if you want to find out if you get on with somebody, wallpaper a house with them, because it is pretty intense and lots of fighting. So it's a good idea to try and best test of a relationship, in my opinion, not just husbands and wives, but husbands and wives, but other people as well. There you go. So that are going to be my two pockets, and then the other thing I've got, which I'm also going to sew, is the next piece. So this is the next page that I've cut, and then in here I'm going to put a pocket. So I've done two things. I made this ages ago, a few weeks back, and I haven't used it or anything. I made 3 of them actually on the one page. That's just a doily on a piece of music paper, folded over to create a pocket. So I will put this on here, and then I need something to go in it. So I found this little Tim Holtz piece, which I'll stick in here, and on the top here, just to make it a bit prettier, I wanted to put a little bit of lace. So I'm also going to sew this one. So I'll just grab another clip. So I've got that in there now. So that's the start of the next piece. And then I'll go back to this one, which is where I want to match these edges up. Now I have to find something to go under it. But my first job is to get this on so that it is seamless, or as seamless as I can get it to the thing. Yes, okay. Just put this in here. Just checking, so I've got this glue and I can slide it around while that glue's not completely dry to get it to where I want it to be. I think it's out a little bit here. I think that's possibly the best I'm going to get it, to tell you the truth. It's not too bad. When you look at it like that, you can barely see, and at least most of it's lined up. And then on this side, I have sewn this on. So this is now a little pocket, but I do want to cut the threads first, and then I'm going to cut down this piece of paper so that it becomes part of the pocket. So just see where that's going to sit. It's gone a bit crooked on me as I've sewn, and I may have to trim this up on this side here, this left hand side, so it will fit in. I do want to cut this down though, so I'll just go around the edge here. so it's underneath, and I'm wondering about whether I should cut this down. Otherwise it's going to appear on the other side, so I think I will cut it down. I'm using my sewing scissors to cut the lace and the fabric, but not the paper, of course. That doesn't help them if you use paper and cut paper with them. This is going to go here. I was wondering if I should glue that on up top and make that the pocket, or this. There's something I can pop in there just to see what it's going to look like. Here's a bit. If I make this the pocket, I think that'd be prettier if that were the pocket actually. So I'll stick all of this down now. And with this one I don't really have to match that up, and it may well be a bit hard now that I've cut all that off, and I'll try still and get it to where I wanted it in the first place, which is kind of down here. That's not too bad. It's pretty much matched across there. You're probably not going to see it unless you look like that. And there you go. I have to find something for this, but I've got that page sort of half done. I like this. That's a good idea. I have seen other people do this. I'm just mentioning Shabby Soul because she's so amazing at what she does. But I know that there's probably a ton of people that do that. It's just I haven't done that before. Now, because I just mentioned that I'm channeling Shabby Soul, I decided to get these out that I did the other day. I might have to trim this down a little bit. I certainly need to trim this one and tuck it up under there, so it'll cover most of that. So I'll put this down. Now this is the one that I actually wasn't happy with when I did the other side of it, the actual image, so I'm going to cover that up and stick it down. I'm wondering if before I do that I'll make it into a side tuck. Okay, that'll be a good idea. I'll just get some glue on the other three sides and I'll pop it down under here. And that will go over the top, and I've got a side tuck in there. I'll have to find something else to put in that side tuck, but you can see it's going to be great to put something in. Now with this one, this is the tea bag one that I did. I also have the white one, so I'm just deciding which one. This one is a bit big, so I'm probably not going to use that in this particular pocket. I think I might put this one down. I want to be able to pull it out again. Let's just see if I can cut this down enough to get it in here though. It should be okay. Okay, so I'll just, I don't know if I actually want to cut it. I prefer if it has a raggedy edge. I might try and tear it. It may not work. Oh yes, it's working fine. Don't know why I thought that wouldn't work. I just thought it wouldn't. Just get this excess off here. And then pop this one in. It's still a bit big. It's not quite going to fit. Actually, you know, I'll just take some of this stitching out of here and then it will fit. So let me clip some of the stitches. When I've sewn that on, I didn't know how far around I needed to come. I think this will still stay in here. There you go. Okay, so that one, you can't write on the back of that because I've put the heart on there, but it's quite cute anyway. I might find something else I can put in here to actually journal on. I'll tear this down a bit, I think, just to make it a bit more uneven. It's looking a bit neat at the moment. I think that's better. A bit more raggedy this time. I think this will fit in here, which it will. And then on the top of it, I'm going to grab some of this, maybe this, and put on top, or maybe not that. Maybe got some seam binding here. I didn't like that curved top. It just wasn't working when I wanted to put the lace on it. So I've chopped it off, and I'm going to put a piece of lace across here so that it's on there and you can't, then you'll have that lace tucked out like that. Maybe I'll stick this together too, just so I've got it as one piece and it's not flopping around. It's a bit hard to glue this lace because it's so delicate. It sort of wants to grab at the glue, top of the glue thing. Okay, just fold this over and then that over. I think once that dries, it'll be fine. I'm just squishing that together. So, okay, and then that can go in there like that, and it will still pull out. It won't get lost in there. It'll be fine. I've got some more of this. This is just a bit of an old doily that I found in my stash of doilies. And I quite like the idea of covering this up again. Maybe that's a bit too... I'd like something that's a bit sheer, more sheer than that. I'm trying to think what I've got that's more sheer. Imagine if this were wider. How pretty would that be to have that over the top? Okay. To think about what I've got that I can do with that. So I found a wider lace that I've got with that, it's more sheer. Just playing with it to see if I can get it to work. How pretty would that be? If I just put that down on there. I love that you can see the butterfly through it. And then it's almost wide enough for the page. I'm not sure I could make that work because I'd have to sew it and then there'd be a stitch line through there. I think I'm just going to embrace that and go with that. I will trim this edge down though to make it a bit straighter. Just a little bit. And I don't even think I'm going to sew this. I think I'm just going to glue it up the top here. And then that will lift up. But when it's in the journal and you come across it, it'll be muted underneath the lace. I had to get rid of all my videos on my OneDrive the other day because I filled up my OneDrive. And I was really shocked that I'd filled it up because I have a terabyte of storage on my OneDrive and it was full. It wasn't working and I thought, why isn't my OneDrive uploading? And then I had a look and clicked on the error message and it was because OneDrive was completely full, which is, you know, a terabyte of data. So I deleted all my videos and that took away most of them. Most of the data was freed up. I've got them on YouTube anyway, so, you know, I know that's not probably as permanent as having them on my OneDrive, but I've only been doing videos for 2 years, so I think that if I kept going it would be a little difficult with the amount of storage. It would just be using up storage, and I thought, why am I doing that? So I ended up deleting them. quite like what I did with that other page where I put the little bits down the side. I thought I might do that again, but this time with the pieces of tags. And I'm going to put that under there. I probably will get rid of this word down here. It's a bit stark. It's just jumping out a little bit too much. And also because I think that they probably need to be around the same size, otherwise it'll look a bit weird. I'm going to put some paper down on here as well to bring the paper back into this side. Looking at where I'll put it, which is probably going to be here. Put a bit more somewhere else on here too, I think. I think that's enough. It's just given it a touch of something. And again, I need to find something to pop in here. Maybe I can put one of these in. I'll see if they can fit once I've cut them down. So I think that's fine now. It's looking quite good. I've got the back part to do. Let's see what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave that for now. Yeah, I think I'll leave that part for now. So I think that if I look at what I'm up to now, I've got this page completed, and I'm going to call this one done as well. Okay, so that's it for now, and I'll get back to doing a bit more very shortly because I'm really enjoying this over embellishment that I'm achieving on this one. In fact, I'm looking at this thinking what can I put on here? So I'll have a think about that, and you might see something on there next time. For now, that's it. So this is Deborah. Thanks for joining me today, and thank you very much for watching. Cheers.